Dear friends and my dear students, today I am going to explain about a story of CBSE 12 Vistas. The stories is written by Jitkala Shah and Bama. These are the two writers of Memories of Childhood. That means when they grew up, they recollected those memories of childhood and wrote down. That is, you can say, these two writers, Jitkala Shah and Bama. One is very far from India, that is for 7 seas away. Jitkala Shah is Indian, but you can say that she is American Red Indian, and whereas Bama is Indian Tamil writer of her contemporary. That means both are of the same time. They have explained here the plights, the injustices, the miseries that the minority have to face. In America, apartheid was very much dominant during late 19th century. And Jitkala Shah was much oppressed due to this apartheid, due to her race in America. She was forcibly cut down her braids of hair. She had to wear tight clothes, removing her shawls, her shoes, which was not accustomed to her and which was not according to her culture and tradition. But since she was Red Indian, she was the minority. She had to suffer in her childhood. So she says she took every attempt to avoid cutting off her braids of hair. She hid herself under a cot. She scratched, she cried, she screamed, but none listened to her, none paid attention to her, and ultimately she had to give up. That means she had to submit, she had to yield to their oppression. Just on the same way, we find an Indian Tamil writer, Bama. Although these names are pen names, these are not the real names of these writers. Bama belonged to India. Here she described how the Harisans, Dalits, the low caste, untouchables were treated by the landlords, by the rich, by the powerful, and so on. This operation is very much same as it was seen in America by Jitkala Shah. In India, untouchables were so much oppressed by the landlords. They were not allowed to touch their food. They were very much ashamed. Bama was very much pained to see these things. Bama's brother consoled her that if you study properly, if you do good in your educational field, if you get good job by studying, then all these operations will be over, all will love you, all will respect you. At the time, she understood it. She tried very much hard and labored hard and got good rank in the class, and that was the change in her life. All started loving her, all started giving praises to her, respecting her, and her brother was true in telling this. The society never gives respect to the poor, to the Dalits, to the class who are very much oppressed. So we find that this story, Memories of Childhood, written by these two writers, both are very far from each other. But there is a contrast. The contrast is that Jit Kala Shaw protested against the Americans. She raised her voice against such things. And today also we find such conditions are somewhere prevailing, a little bit less in comparison to earlier times. So we should always keep in mind that childhood memories leave an indelible mark on our mind. A child's mind is very much neat and clean. Whatever he or she sees in her or his childhood is clearly imprinted on the blank mind. No doubt that time they don't protest, but a time comes when they grow up, they stand against such operations and such plights of the helpless. Thank you. If you like, please subscribe and share.